Well, recently, Elon Musk attended Joe Rogan's podcast, and on that podcast, he dropped a chilling bombshell stating that the stuff that they're talking about in his podcast is going to get him assassinated. Elon Musk is literally fearful for his life, and I believe rightly so, because he is exposing a level of corruption that we have never been able to see before. And he's got an awful lot of enemies, and he is scared for his life. Now, what he was specifically referencing in that podcast, I'm going to share with you today, just pieces of it, because obviously for copyright claims, I can't show you the entire thing. But in a nutshell, Elon Musk is worried about his life because he is exposing massive corruption in the upper ranks of our government where, for example, we have people going into Congress on, $200-ish thousand per year budget, and they're coming out millionaires. How do our congressional leaders make so much money? And that is what Elon Musk is going to address. But I want to start first with a short clip of the podcast from Joe Rogan in which he addresses that particular issue. Take a listen.
There's the curious case of how do people in Congress or whatever become wealthy over time?
Extremely wealthy.
Yes.
On a $170,000 a year salary.
It's like literally impossible.
Yeah. No one else does that.
They're right. You're coming in on this near $200,000 or $170,000 salary, and you're millionaires by the end. This is impossible. And this is what they were talking about before Elon drops the bombshell that he's afraid for his life. I've got a lot to share with you today. But before I do, I have to get a shout out to my partner, Noble Gold Investments. If your portfolio is over $250,000 and you aren't protected, you are sitting on a ticking time bomb. Markets are at all-time highs, and history shows what comes next is volatility and increased risk. A 10% allocation into gold and silver can help hedge uncertainty and protect your wealth. And Noble Gold Investments makes it very easy to hedge your portfolio with institutional grade gold and silver. And right now, for a limited time only, with every qualified investment, they are giving away this free 10th ounce gold coin that you see on the screen here. Beautiful thing there. If you want to talk to one of their no hassle specialists, you can also call them at the number on the screen, 1-877-646-5347. But you're going to want to take that protection today and get your portfolio protected. You can also visit lisahavengold.com, fill out that information, click get it now, and they'll send you an absolutely free gold and silver investment guide. And make sure you let them know I sent you. If you want more information, click the more button or click the link in the description box below. And by the way, there's always a risk to investing. There's never a guarantee. But with that, right, Elon Musk and Joe Rogan are not wrong when we have leaders in Congress making massive amounts of money, and nobody really knows where the money is coming from. But let's take Nancy Pelosi, for example, right? Because she is one of the biggest earners in Congress, right? Here we have this on the Gateway Pundit, and it's Nancy Pelosi's husband dumps over $500,000 in Visa stock weeks before DOJ antitrust lawsuit. In other words, it's like they knew that was going to happen, so they cashed out all their stocks in advance. And that's not the only one, by the way. There's other instances. Here's one from 2003. Again, Gateway Pundit. Paul Pelosi dumped 30,000 shares of Google stock this time, 1 month before yet another DOJ antitrust lawsuit filed this week. And to give you an example of how much they have benefited, this is also on NY Post. Nancy Pelosi's husband made $38 million worth of stock trade in weeks leading up to Trump inauguration. That's insider trading, and it is, Martha Stewart got arrested for that. And here is Nancy Pelosi and her husband making all this money. If they know they're going to pass a bill, and this bill is going to have an effect on said company, and you can invest in these stocks, they're taking advantage of that. Hey, we know this bill is going to pass. It's going to hurt or help this company, so we're going to invest here. It's either that or they're just really good at trading. No, it's insider trading. right? And that's not all it is. Elon Musk even called a lot more of this out. But anyway, to give a little smile to you guys' faces, Donald Trump has called for Nancy Pelosi to be prosecuted over some of that trading. Here's this on NY Post. Trump calls for Nancy Pelosi to be prosecuted over husband's 500,000 Visa trade stock. He's referencing that one in late 2024, right? These people's portfolio have massively increased. And in that interview between Joe Rogan and Elon Musk pointed out that a good chunk of the people that are benefiting off of, that are making these massive portfolios, a huge chunk of them are Democrats. And I think he referenced like three-fourths of it, and the other fourth is Republican. But here is some of the massive money that has been earned. And you can see Nancy Pelosi, $3.6 million in assets in 1987, and net worth likely a few million when she started, right? Early entering Congress. By the end, $114.7 million in 2018, $240 million based on stock holdings, gained on the order of $100+ million over 35 years, largely via her husband's successful investments. And you can see Dianne Feinstein significantly up. You can see Mark Warner moderately up. Richard Blumenthal, not anything dramatic. Bernie Sanders, pretty substantial. You know, he started as a not millionaire. He became a millionaire, you know, because he was going after millionaires and millionaires making all this money. Then when he became a millionaire, it's billionaires we have to go after. Funny guy there. But anyway, he substantially increased. And Elizabeth Warren had a mild increase. But this is what Elon Musk is calling out. In fact, and he didn't call him out by name. He just said it is revealing the corruption that is happening even at this congressional level is what's really putting his life on the line. Take a listen.
It's more than just insider trading. Like the insider trading stuff, like the stock portfolio stuff is quite trackable, but it's a lot more than insider trading.
The way they're acquiring wealth.
Correct.
And what other methods?
I mean, this is really going to get me assassinated. It's like I'm not lengthening my lifespan by explaining this stuff, to say the least. I mean, I was supposed to go back to DC. How am I going to survive? This fucker's going to kill me for sure.
So he makes it clear there that it's not just insider trading. He references stock portfolios. Unfortunately, he really didn't dive into what else it could be. But he's like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking to you about right now. Gets me killed. He expands.
In fact, I do think like it's like I actually have to be careful that I don't push too hard on the corruption stuff because it's going to get me killed. Yeah, it's like I was actually thinking about that on the plane flight over here. It's like if I push too hard on the corruption stuff, people get desperate. Is the issue,
right?
Then they say like, okay, if the money flow cuts off, then okay, they can't afford school for their kids.
So you can't push too hard on the corruption stuff because it's going to get him killed. In other words, they're involved in some pretty criminal stuff. And that's why I think this video is all the more important. And I'm going to ask you to please share it. If you're on YouTube, on Rumble, please share it with everyone you know. But that said, here's some of the stuff that has already happened to Elon Musk, which is why I encourage you to keep him in your prayers as well. This is on Newsweek. Elon Musk under attack, full list of alleged threats against tech mogul. And this was as of February 2025, right? Online threats. Indian State Police said in a statement this month that 28-year-old David Allen June Cherry is facing one felony count of intimidation. He owns an online store called Red Pawns Dymatic, which sells communist, anarchist, and political merchandise. He allegedly made threats over several months in posts that were replies to Elon Musk's social media comments. According to the prosecutors, Cherry is alleged to have commented on X, formerly Twitter, on December 6th, "We're gunning you down, Muskrat." That's the comment, right? On January 26th, in response to an X comment about Musk by right-wing commentator Andrew Tate, he said, "I've got enough bullets for this B-ass and all the rest of you, man, children." This is something that he said some other commenters had said. On February 3rd, he said to have commented to Musk, "You've broken the law. You're on the hit list," and other things. "You're robbing the American people. We will gut you." So there's all kinds of things that have been posted to Elon Musk as direct threats, but that's not all. He's also had an alleged threat to a data center. Tennessee man Ethan Paul Early was 25, was arrested for allegedly assembling explosives to blow up Musk's artificial intelligence data center. That's an actual threat. And then, of course, in January, you guys heard about the Tesla truck blowing up in front of Donald Trump's hotel, right? In January, a man killed himself exploding a Tesla truck. While that wasn't a direct threat to Musk's life, the attack was a violent statement against Donald Trump and Elon Musk. So lots of online threats. We have threats to the data center and threats with the blowing up of a Tesla car. And in fact, Elon Musk himself has said many times that there has been many threats to his life because of the job and the things that he is doing. So in other words, I think, and I hate to say it, but there's a little bit of self-censorship that he's feeling pressured because the crime is so bad by some of our leaders that he has to refrain from saying what some of that is to protect his life. Interesting, right? Makes me all the more worried about what is going on in the leadership and the upper ranks of our government and what's really causing their pockets to swell. Anyhow, I wanted to bring you the latest on all of that. I really want to encourage you guys, get to restrictedrepublic.com. Check it out today. We've got lots of inside information. Justice Night just put out a huge report. You can see it on the screen. Lots going on with NATO, the UN, who, by the way, Elon Musk is calling for us to get out of them, and I hope we do. We need to get out of both of them. But get to restrictedrepublic.com and support what we do. Anyhow, with that, I can't wait to read all your comments. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.